All right. Welcome, everybody, to Lunch Break with Nate. It is Tuesday, April 7th. Hopefully, you guys are having a great week so far and enjoying those few days of weather, nice weather we've had outside. Getting the yards all cleaned up for curb appeal, for future curb appeal, for just well being and state of mind. Getting everything, all the projects done that you need to do and all that fun stuff. We have a really cool show today with the one and only Justine Wenzel. She's going to be joining us in studio. She may even be right next door on the couch over here. But we are going to be talking with her on how to keep positive and some of the efforts that she's been doing to help out and give back to all of the medical professionals on the front lines. We're also doing our part too, trying to give some dinners back to a lot of my clients and our clients that are in the medical world. So I think, as with everybody in this world, we've embraced the opportunity to give back and donate much time and energy that we can to all the people that are doing just amazing work out there. So thank you so much to all those people in the world that are really doing the work that they're doing to make sure that we all get out of this in good shape. So real interesting stuff before I throw it over to Justine. So we have 52 new listings on the market over the last 24 hours, and that's in 4 counties. And that's pretty significant. We'll see if that if that it will stay at all, if that will stay the case at all. But that's probably the highest number we've had in the last week and a half to 2 weeks. It's been hovering around 17 to 25. So I think what's happening out there is people are kind of understanding kind of the new way forward, is what I've been talking to a lot of people about. And really, kind of understanding that this is kind of how we're supposed to do things and how we're supposed to transact in this time. And I think now that we have enough guidance as to how that is supposed to be accomplished, we all know specifically what we need to do. So I know I have a few listings coming up over the next few weeks as well. And we are all making sure that we are being the virtual pros out there to make sure that we're showcasing the best parts, best things about each property, and making sure that you have enough data and enough visualization of the property so that you can make an educated decision on your next purchase or your next listing. So very interesting. We got a lot of new stuff that came up, which is really good. And again, we're all making sure that we're doing this, approaching this with social distancing standards that were put down. So another question, we've had a lot of responses so far to our trivia question for this week. And that trivia question again is that there is a ship that comes let me back up. The Charlotte Port of Rochester has been in basically recreational use for some time now, but there is one lake barge that comes in, lake freighter that comes in pretty frequently, and they drop off a very specific product. What is that product to the Port of Rochester? So that question is in our Facebook posts, and make sure everybody, if you want to answer the question or try to get into the drawing for $25 gift card to Jeremiah's, then definitely Facebook message me your answer, and I'll put you into a jar, and we'll shake it up at the end of the week and give out the $25 gift card. So we are trying to make sure we're giving back to local businesses, and we're also going to throw out a poll out there for any local businesses that you guys think would be a good fit for something like this, because I think gift cards are really the great way that we can get back to a lot of these restaurants that are kind of getting really hit hard, or local hardware stores, things like that. So anybody has suggestions or wants to respond to that poll when we do that, we'll be able to lend our support to those local businesses. So without further ado, I'm going to put Justine on the line here. She should be inspected in studio any minute now. I think let me talk to my producer real quick. Is Justine here?
Yes, I'm here, and I'm
currently. Is that the producer voice or your voice?
We got Justine.
Okay, I think we got her. I think we got her. She's in the green room right now, so we will get her on in just 1 second. So stay tuned.
Justine's being loved upon by the dog right now. Hi, everyone. Okay, I've got to adjust this. Everybody ever just need like a little tune-up? Can you pass me that? All right, cool. So I'm just popping on just for a quick minute, just to share a little bit about how to keep a positive mindset when there's a lot of fear-based thinking happening with all that's going on in the world. A couple things that I know to be true and that I teach in my coaching with coaching my consultants and just people that are around. Oh my God, you guys, I just realized something hilarious. I have 2 different earrings on right now. Did you realize that?
I did. I thought that was a fashion statement.
I'm doing a new fashion statement right now. We're doing it. I don't even care. We're just going for it. Quarantine. Okay, so how do you keep a positive mindset when things kind of seem to be spiraling out of control? It's hard to stay in a positive place when it seems like everything on the news is negative and scary and fear-based. And I know for me, and so many of you out there, it's hard to not fall into that line of thinking and how to just keep more of a positive mindset. And so one of the things that I know and teach is that your brain and your mind only knows what you tell it to be true. It only thinks what's true of what you are telling yourself. And so your thoughts are so powerful. I know you've heard this before probably, but we kind of almost create like a highway system with within our brain. And it's the things that we think the most. And so those thoughts that come in a lot of times, most of the time that are fear-based thoughts, they come in, they take up residence in your mind and in your brain, and they create what they kind of refer to as highway systems within the brain. And then what happens is, because those are what are most currently defaulted to, are more of those fear-based thought patterns, it makes that neural pathway even stronger. So then that way, that's where we easily default every single time there's a situation happening, every single time we're faced with a new situation that we have to deal with, we immediately go into that fear-based thought because that neural pattern has become so strong. And it becomes at that point so hard to be able to break that negative link or that negative network that basically we default to. And so how can we keep positive? Replacing anytime that we have a fear-based thought about what is going on, replacing that with something that is true. We might not be able to have control over what is going on in the world and things that are ever changing. But I've just found, focusing on a gratitude list is huge. Focusing on, there's things that we can be grateful for every single day. Journaling has been huge for a lot of people that I've been talking to, making sure that if you had, if you had been going through a journey of let's just say a healthy mental health journey, whether it be with a therapist, whether it be with a mentor, making sure to keep those links and those relationships tight right now, especially we can do a lot of that still virtually. And so, tapping into those positive sources, only having the news on for a certain amount of time, making sure that we are having those face-to-face virtual connections with people that we care about. And the idea is to replace those negative thought patterns and those pathways with positive ones. So one of the things that I do, which is kind of silly, but this is one of the things that I was taught, is every single time a negative thought comes in, you literally have to recognize and become aware of it first. And then I literally go up to my head and I go, delete, delete. And then out loud, I say the positive thought that I'm going to replace that with. So it's not so much acting like everything's great when really it's not, but it's replacing that with something that is true. So those are some of the ways that are helping. So gratitude journals, going for walks in the weather, just having even that 10, 15, 30 minutes to pamper yourself. I'm in the beauty industry. And so right now I'm finding that people are needing self-care more than ever. There's a lot of ways that you can do this. You may not be wearing, for those of you, this may not apply, but if you are wearing makeup, or whether you're wearing makeup or not, you're going outside, you're being exposed to the elements. We are enjoying the sunshine right now. So making sure that you have SPF on. It doesn't seem like you could get burned or you could get damaged out there, even with the small amount of sun exposure that we're having right now. But, making sure that you're protecting your skin, even if you have nothing on and you're just going out and enjoying it and you're binge watching a Netflix, which, we've all had our moments, but we do want to still protect our skin. We want to wash our face. We really want to make sure that we're getting all of that stuff off. Think of a spring table. You go outside, we're going to be doing some spring cleaning. Think of a spring table. You go outside, there's pollen or there's dirt all over it. We don't realize how much environmental damage happens to those things that are outside, that are sitting outside, you know, dust on a window, on our car windshield, all that stuff. That's happening to our face on a daily basis. So really making sure that we're washing our face regardless, that we're switching our pillowcases, that we're upping our water. Those are always really things that I teach. And so that's really all I have for you for self-care. And one of the last things I'm going to say is, this is my little satin hands pampering set for how much we're washing our hands right now. This is a really great way to take care of your hands with all the washing. They may be cracked and bleeding and may not be looking so good. And so not only is this a great thing to be using right now for your own care for your family, for your hands, you can use it for your feet as well. But this is one of the things right now that I'm offering for $21. And this is not something that is profit-based, but it's $21. And people can purchase one if they choose to from their consultant. And if you don't have one, you can always contact me. And I am donating these right now to the front lines. And so you buy one for $21, or you can buy two. Like I said, they're not profit based, but they are a hand softener cream that locks in the moisture. You've got a shea butter and smoothie type scrub that's exfoliating. It does not damage the waterways. It's getting all that dead skin off of there. And then you're repairing it with an everyday hand cream that is completely oil free. So really great way to take good care of your hands. Really great way to give back to those healthcare workers in your community. And that was just featured actually in the New York Post, where a ton of these satin hand sets were actually donated to the hospitals and the doctors in New York City, which is one of those peak places right now that we're going to be seeing even more of a shift in hitting this peak right now. So really great way to give back. And don't forget to take care of yourself, because it can be really consuming, especially I think for moms or families right now that are consumed with homeschooling and all these different things. Don't forget to take even that little bit of time for yourself, that 5 minutes in the morning to take care of yourself. Wash your face, wash your hands. We've heard it a million times, but just those small things really can make a huge impact. So that is all I have to share for today. And I'm going to go change my earrings because I'm not trying to make this kind of fashion statement. So thank you for having me. Justine out.
Great job.
Damn.
Great job, Justine. Thank you very much for showcasing all the stuff that you're doing for everybody. And if everybody has a great week, have a great day today. For any questions on real estate market stuff, give me a call back or shoot me a call, drop me a line, either way. And enjoy some of your projects out there. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks.